3v3 Argus Desert Gate Orks versus Space Marines blue team. We have BobTheDespoiler playing a Mekboy. Teleporting commander puts out some nice range damage, can also support and put up turrets and war banners. Can also repair, but not the toughest little orc. Johnny Longbone alongside is another orc Mekboy. And we have Gimpyburger playing a Warboss. Walks through cover, melee commander, good support, disruption and damage, and he's pretty angry. Blue team, oh joy, we have 3 Techmarines, all with the same name. Oh no, they don't have the same, they do have the same colour scheme, brilliant. From what I could gather, the centre player is the real 5+ armour save, a pretty decent player all round. The bottom Techmarine is a player called FitzWilli, also a decent player. And a top player I'm not familiar with, goes by a bunch of names it seems, so we'll just call him the Techmarine or something. We'll try and work it out. I'm sure I'll get incredibly confused, but triple Orks versus triple Space Marines could not be overlooked, despite how confusing it gets. So what do we expect then? 3 Techmarines. I expect at least 1 mastercrafted bolter from these guys. Perhaps some bionics. Devastators would be good. Shotgun scouts obviously. Maybe a bunch of scout snipers. If these 2 players here on the east get 2 scout snipers each, would be pretty nice. For Orks, I expect a lot of nasty melee, some storm boys flying in, and some suppression perhaps to control the tactical marines from the shooter boys, or maybe even some looters. Tactical marines here forced off in this first engagement with 2 members, and these tacks are going to go down, I think. They're not retreating, and even if they do, they're knocked down, and the sluggers take them out. Losing your tactical marines in the first engagement is a huge deal. They were just standing out in the open there. This Techmarine gets away. We now have double scouts and a Techmarine versus triple shooters and a Mekboy. Techmarine trying to tie up these shooter boys. Light ranged infantry. Scouts also light ranged infantry, very quick but fragile. And red team are forced off. Orks can take the east side. Meanwhile on the west, the central power is taken by the Techmarine. He has gone for double scouts on this west side. Lots of resources here. Already a full power farm. So BobTheDespoiler is going to want to really look after this thing. He has the death gun on his Mekboy, allowing him to teleport around and suppress infantry. As you saw there, getting right in the face of these tacks. Sluggers moving in. Shotgun blast, and we see the mastercrafted bolter on the Techmarine. You can tell by the little aiming reticule above his unit indicator there, the same thing that sniper infantry gets. That's because of the high powered shot, I think. Still in some trouble. Mekboy's being tied up, needs to teleport away. Double shooters working on this Techmarine. He's a decently tough commander for a ranged commander, 630 hit points, and can get Artificer, which boosts his durability quite a lot. Meanwhile east side, Space Marines again are forced off. We have burners on these sluggers. Don't usually see it purchased so quickly, but this is versus Space Marines. Burners gives you a couple of power weapons. Power weapons means bad news for heavy armor, i.e. tactical marines, and the top 5+ armor save has gone for double tacks. The real 5+ armor save in the center, triple scouts, and it looks like he's got 2 scout sergeants up. All of them have scout sergeants. Might see some grenade spikes, which might be a good idea with all these sluggers running in. Warboss has the very scary bang hammer. Mekboy goes down there. Bang hammer, such a nasty power weapon. I think it kills the tactical marine model in 2 hits, but it is very slow to attack. Also buffs the damage of surrounding infantry, of course. Sluggers decapping mid. Reds have a natural in the south, blues have a natural in the north, and reds look like they are going to take the east with both commanders down. These Orks not wanting to push, but here they come again. We have 2 Nob leaders on these shooter boys, allowing them to spot these mines that have been put down by this Techmarine. Artificer armor allowing him to do that. He has the mastercrafted bolter too. Will we see we do see triple mastercrafted bolters. These top 2 Techmarines will be able to suppress 2 squads by themselves and also put out some really nasty damage too. War banner up on this west side by the Mekboy, stuns and knocks down infantry. I think it stuns vehicles as well, doesn't it? Pretty crazy. Tactical Marines want to get behind cover. Tarantula turret going up by the top Techmarine. Basically a heavy bolter turret will suppress and damage infantry, more damage the closer they get. And look at this, red team are capping up the centre, including blue's natural here, but they've lost their natural. Sneaky sluggers who are not wanting to finish the cap for some reason. West side, assault marines being used to push disruptive jump infantry unit that fight in melee. Here comes the war banner now. This infantry trying to stay out of range, scouts go down. And assault marines force off those shooters, might be able to take this war banner down now, should be able to. Blue team now need to deal with this turret. Maybe double storm boys from Johnny Longbone and Gimpyburger. I think storm boys would be a good investment for Gimpyburger. Alongside Warboss global buffs, they can be devastating to Space Marines. He does have double sluggers, finding it hard to make inroads though against that tarantula turret and double mastercrafted bolters. Red team pushing mid with these triple scouts with sergeants, turns them into a detect unit and gives them a frag grenade, as you can tell by the unit indicators, the eye and the little grenade icon. Red team huge push on this west side thanks to FitzWilli. Flame attacks trying to take out the power are forced off by that death gun. Assault Marines being very aggressive. Look at this, jumping in amongst 3 Ork squads. Really good counter to shooter boys obviously, and most range units. Blue team pushing against the middle again, 354, 432, and the Orks go tier 2 first. Will it be worth getting a Death Dread? Reds are not tier 2 yet. I think a Death Dread with all of this infantry support might be pretty nasty. Weird Boy on the way for BobTheDespoiler. Mekboy teleporting ahead to decap this wreck point. Decapping wreck points, always a good idea. Hurt your enemy's economy whenever you can. And look at these flame attacks hitting power. East side is completely overrun here by Space Marines. Bob asking what's going on at the top, which is what the east side is often called. And we have double turrets here, that's why they're not pushing. War truck on the way for Johnny Longbone and Gimpyburger. Looks like they're going to use those war trucks to get in behind enemy lines and take those turrets out with slugger burners perhaps. Techmarine forced off the east side. Keep these sluggers alive, give them Nob leaders, and you're going to have a pretty nasty melee force. We already have a Nob leader on this slugger boy squad for Gimpyburger. Turrets are still there though. Need to back off, waiting for their war trucks to come into play, and here they come. Very cheap vehicles allow you to transport and, more importantly perhaps, reinforce Orks. Can they use these things to push? 316, 432 is a 2-to-1 for red. They have their natural, they have the east, but they are hitting tier 2 now, and FitzWilli and the top Techmarine both going for librarians. Very good choice versus all of these Orks. There is the war trucks coming in, setting up behind the rearmost tarantula turret, and these things are going to go down. Absolutely no support for them at all, and they might be able to push power here. So all in all, were those turrets worth it? Could they have got the same effect with devastators and obviously been able to retreat them? Assault Marines lose a model, quite lucky not to lose 2. Sluggers with Nob leader in pursuit. Weird Boy hits his own units, very orky, and they're going to uncap Red's natural. Are they? No, they're walking away. 288, 432, blue team swinging this east side big time. It's now completely blue just from those double war trucks coming in. We have plasma cannon from the top Techmarine and the real 5+ armor save artillery units that set up huge range and damage versus infantry. Dreadnought on the way for 5+ armor save. 288, 416 now a 2-1 for blue. Reds still doing pretty well on the west side though, thanks to FitzWilli. Here comes Bob. Bob, a very, very solid 3v3 player. Johnny Longbone and Gimpyburger I'm not as familiar with. 288, 405 red team trying to stand against his Ork onslaught. Plasma devs need to be very careful. Orks going straight after them. There's a grenade going in and a huge WAAAGH boosts speed and damage of Orks depending on how many use it. Smite went in there and huge losses for the red team, but here comes a Dreadnought. Will we see the claw for the Warboss? Will we see the beamy death gun for the Mekboy to try and deal with this thing? Walker vehicle for Space Marines. Starts off as a full melee unit with 2 Dreadnought close combat weapons and some wrist mounted flamers. Also inspires nearby troops to do more damage whenever it kills something in melee. An often overlooked feature of this unit. Line breaker with some support then. Here come red team trying to push back. They got their stuff completely uncapped here. Librarian using the wall to block line of sight. BobTheDespoiler looks like he's loitering around a centre, and it's capped. Red to natural is now a triple for the Orks. 288, 336, sorry. Dreadnought on the way for the top Techmarine now. Where we see an assault cannon. No sign of them yet. We have some looters on the field for Johnny Longbone. And yes, they are getting a beamy death gun. Mekboy himself though has the Daka big shooter, is repairing the war truck along with those sluggers. Weird boy on the field for Gimpyburger. Support commander for sub-commander, sorry, for Orks. Has that excellent artillery attack as you saw there, stopping the cap. West side, lots of pressure still by FitzWilli. Here comes sluggers, and they are healed by the battery pack. Really nice support war gear for the Mekboy. Marked target on these sluggers. They took out a tactical marine model. Taking a lot of damage from these shotguns though. Techmarine trying to stay in the fight and does force off those sluggers. Librarian trying to catch them in retreat, but can't quite do it. Reds managed to decap the east side. Las cannon up. Might be a bit overkill to deal with a war truck. I would have perhaps got the melter gun for the Dreadnought. Would have taken out infantry models with one shot pretty much and made short work of the war trucks. Ouch. Grenade on those sluggers. Did they even lose a model? I think they did. Scouts caught in retreat by a bunch of sluggers. Here comes scouts. Might see there's a grenade spike, but these sluggers already backed off. Good thinking though by 5+ armor save. We have double Dreadnoughts on the field. This guy does have an assault cannon for the top Techmarine. The other is still in its default melee state. Giving it the assault cannon means you do lose its inspiring ability when it kills something in melee, but you do get the assault cannon barrage, of course, which you might see here against this line of shooters. Beamy death gun is there. Dreadnought needs to be careful. Huge damage to vehicles. That was one shot, and look at the damage it did. Plasma cannon takes out the war truck. Las cannon not needed. I think that was a waste. Should have kept the heavy bolter and perhaps given it vengeance rounds. 252, 278. Here comes Bob all the way over to the east side. A 2-1 for red. It's quite close though. Both teams have decent armies. These two Techmarines a bit low, but we do have upgraded assault marines and a dreadnought for those guys, and they are pushing against blue's natural here. A lot of orcs in defense, no anti-vehicle though. Weird Boy does do decent damage to vehicles if you can hit them. 233, 278. Nobz squad on the way for Johnny Longbone. Power Claw on the Warboss, replacing his Bang Bang Hammer. Tier 3 for FitzWilli. 225, 278. Plasma Cannon. Ouch. I need to get one model because it hit the Nob leader most, I think. You see these looters infiltrated. Reds are going to push east side pretty hard, it looks like. Mekboy teleports out. Looters might need to get the hell out of there. War truck running right into this dreadnought who gets a rear armor hit. And these two run away, what is he doing? Or drive away rather. Tier 3 for Gimpyburger now. Don't want to let these orcs get into tier 3. I think red team should have pushed this side much quicker. Here come a load of orcs and this is going to be a huge engagement. Those sluggers got absolutely owned by that dreadnought. Warboss goes down. Mekboy teleporting in for Mega Rumbler, but is taken out before it can go off. 185, 278. Huge losses for the orcs, I think. Hard to keep track of what's going on. Fantastic grenade spike in retreat. Wonderfully done by 5+armorsave. BobTheDespoiler lost a lot of stuff. There's Warp Vomit. Dreadnought being repaired by the global repair ability that Techmarines have. But lost a lot of health. Tank busters on the field for Gimpyburger. And they might be able to take this dreadnought out if they chase. Nobz squad going up against that dreadnought in melee. And they get away with 3 models. 164, 278. Las Cannon still getting shots in. But won't be able to hit infantry very effectively. Still some orcs here, some of them being dropped. Terminators hit the field for FitzWilli. Doesn't have much else. Tactical marines and assault marines. Warboss down in the middle. Really needs, I'm not sure if he has an accessory or boss pole would be really nice. Or the trophy rack, of course. Red team huge map control now coming to decap blue's natural. We have Nobz on the field for BobTheDespoiler now. Elite tier 3 infantry. Melee heavy, so they will damage all targets pretty nicely. Expensive to fully upgrade them though. These guys have their Nob leader, and especially Vicious Nob. Johnny Longbone's Nobs do not have their Nob leader. Red's pushing east side hard, and we have the melter gun for this Techmarine. Ouch! Taken out by the beamy death gun. And this Techmarine will try and revive. Beamy death gun again hitting that Techmarine, doing a lot of damage when it hits. And both of these Techmarines in retreat now. If blue team are able to push now, they'll be able to push against these guys lacking 2 Techmarines. The other Techmarine is here though, and we have another Tarantula turret up. Looks like it's guarding against these stairs. Shooter Boy's able to decap and cap Red's natural. Red's falling asleep a bit here, thinking they've won this. 117, 275, not sure what this war truck is trying to do. Ouch! Was that a plasma cannon hit or a grenade spike on those sluggers getting out? We have huge physics bugs here. Orks flying around. Here come Nobz with frenzy. Should have waited for his teammates before that push, surely. Warp Vomit goes off. Here come some more Terminators. And there's a Rocks! Terminators spawning right inside it as well. Rocks doing huge amounts of damage. 117, 255, absolute mayhem. Assault Marines up against sluggers here. There's a merciless strike, nicely done. And Nobz need to retreat even. Here's a looted tank. Tank busters going after that dreadnought. Las Cannon getting shots off on the tank. They need to force that guy off or take him out. And he gets away, I think. difficult to maintain good micro in engagements like that. I think all the players did reasonably well. It was a very nice grenade spike on that stuff getting out of that destroyed war truck. I think it was a grenade spike. It might have been a plasma cannon hit, I'm not sure. Physics went absolutely ballistic. 117, 229 looted tank is still around. Assault cannon barrage wasted. These Terminators need to get out. Only 308 hit points, and all three Space Marine players have a Terminator squad on the field. Assault cannon for two of them. Assault cannon for all three, in fact. Surprised we're not seeing at least one heavy flamer. And blue team will get a 2-to-1, maybe even a triple if these sluggers can cap. They're going to push against these scouts. If they try to cap, they just get grenaded. Mark target on them, and the Mastercrafted Bolter helps force them off. Level 4 Techmarine, level 3 Techmarine, and a level 9 Techmarine at the top. Wow. BobTheDespoiler is level 4 Mekboy, another level 3 Mekboy. This guy's dead. And the Warboss is just level 2 and does not have an accessory. A huge mistake, I think. Both the boss pole and the trophy rack would be hugely beneficial to his team. Techmarine retaking Red's natural 117, 161. What Vomit stops the cap a little bit longer. Red team gearing up for another push, it looks like. West is pretty much red. Looks like it's been abandoned by most of the teams here. Pushing middle and east. Not sure what this Techmarine is doing. He has orbs of the Omnissiah. Warboss chasing and is forced to retreat. Took tons of damage. Something being dropped. This is a Venerable Dreadnought. It is. Unique walker for the Techmarine. Hugely powerful in melee combat. Cannot get a ranged upgrade. Can also charge though. And inspires nearby troops to do more damage, much like regular Dreadnoughts in their melee state. It's up against double Nobz though, and this Dreadnought is gonna go down unless it gets away. There is Fist of the Emperor stunning all this stuff. Can it use it to escape? Looted tank backing off. Shooters in retreat. Las Cannon takes out that tank. Nicely done. Need to help this Dreadnought out. And it gets away thanks to an Assault Marine jump of 23 hit points. Something else being dropped. Is it another Venerable? It is. And there's another rock, so all of this stuff, absolute chaos. And that's huge losses for Red Team. They didn't spot it. Obviously their eyes on those double Nobz and those Venerable Dreadnoughts. And the Venerable Dreadnought went down, I think, to one of the rock strikes. There it is. We do have this one still up. Start with 1750 hit points, these things, and they can level. 117, 98, a 1-to-1 cap. Blues retaking a natural for a 2-to-1. No, they're going to lose the 2-to-1. Or maybe not. Sluggers being sneaky. Might be able to decap at least. They do have Terminators bearing down on them though. Inspiring these scouts to do more damage when they take out something, much like Dreadnoughts do. Lots of built-in support to Space Marine units. 108, 98, 2-to-1 cap. Have not seen any Warboss buffs go off. I suppose he was saving his red for rocks. Warboss has been rebought. Still no accessory for this guy. Scouts trying to decap, but double Nobz squads run up to them and they crack themselves and run. 91, 98, looks like these guys are going to harass Red's natural. They do have a turret to deal with. Might be able to get into melee range using Frenzy though. 86, 98, 2-to-1 for Red. Bruise need to do something here. Here is the push on the east. A two-pronged push, is it? Yes. Middle and east being pushed. Luring everything up to this east side, as you can see. Here come the Nobz, here comes the Warboss. Level 3 and no armor upgrade though, is not that tough. And he got suppressed, I think, by a Mastercrafted Bolter, this guy. Venerable Dreadnought now in melee with Nobz, and there is Hard Boys and User Choppers. And another drop. It's another Venerable Dreadnought. The third one we've seen. 3 Terminator squads, then 3 Venerable Dreadnoughts. One of the Venerable went down. That's kind of getting shots in. Not sure if it's doing a good job hitting those Nobz. Mark target on those Nobz, forces them off, and a decent hold by red team, but the Warboss is decapping here. This Venerable, I think, will go down. Global repair. No, saves it. Those Nobz forced off. Double Venerable Dreadnoughts, nothing to turn your nose up at. Double Nobz now coming in from the rear. Going after these Vens, trying to take, at least they're going to get one down, surely. There's the Mega Rumbler. Fantastic destructive war gear, and one of the Venerable Dreads does go down, now in stoicism mode. Does more damage and more inspiration for 10 seconds. Can they take out both Venerable Dreadnoughts? They do. Good job, Nobz squads. And they're not retreating either. Despite assault cannon Terminators getting raining bolters in. And these Nobz might go down. No, they get away. And they've leveled to 2 and 2. And we have 4 Nobz squads on the field now. 64, 46, a 2-1 for blue. Predator now on the field. Warboss retreats, now has heavy armor, which pretty much makes him the toughest commander in the game. As you can see, almost 2,000 hit points at level 5. The Force Commander's a bit tougher when he gets Terminator armor at 2,500 hit points. 64, 41, Techmarine using his Mastercrafted bolter. There is mark target 2, but he's suppressed by aiming. What's that? Now it's back up and firing. 61, 41 forces melee now. Terminators, this is bad. Caught by Nobz. I assume their teleport is on cooldown. And they lose a model. Here comes the double Nobz using frenzy to break suppression and making them invulnerable, getting into melee range here. 47, 41. Another Nobz squad on the way for Gimpyburger, and Stick Bomb is chucking bombs in. Take out that Devastator. Nicely done. Nobz squad's taking so much damage, trying to break the lines here. Double Predator tanks. There is a Mega Rumbler. Goes off. But the Mekboy goes down. 34, 41. Blue team are also pushing middle though. More stick bombs going in. Need to get some stun bombs on these Predator tanks. I think this Looter tank is just about alive. Stick bombers in melee combat with assault marines here. What level are these guys? These are a level 4 assault squad. 2,129 hit points. Wow. 2041, a 1-to-1 cap. Blues have uncapped Red's natural here. Johnny Longbone now only has double Nobz squads after that push. A valiant attempt, but huge losses. We now have 5 Predator tanks on the field. Can the Midway finish the gap? He does, and there's a 2-to-1 for blue. But goes down. Will now explode. Can he hit these Terminators? Is he going to explode? There we go. And he knocks them off the cap. Nobz squad take out that Predator. What was it doing? Nothing should be getting that close to Nobz squads. 20, 35, a 1-to-1 cap. Hugely close game. Nobz squad up against this Techmarine now. And he suppresses them with high-powered shot. And gets away. Nicely done. 17, 35. Looks like this might be Space Marines game. Nobz squad's coming after those attacks and force them off. Can a Nobz squad's cap here? There's the Mega Rumbler, knocking them down. Going after these Predator tanks. These Predator tanks need to move away. There's 5, 35, 4, 3. Can these guys decap? They can with 2 VPs remaining. Predator tank goes down. He's not moving these guys off. That one's moving away. This Terminator's in big trouble. Manages to teleport away. And here come Orks reinforcing the east side. Where have the red team gone? We need to get out of their bases. 229, a double for blue team. And his Nobz are capping Red's natural with frenzy up. Can they get a triple? They can get a triple. Can the blue team pull this off? This Terminator is gonna die perhaps. His Nobz might want to retreat now. Just trying to keep the pressure on this VP, but it doesn't matter. They get it with a triple at the end. Unbelievable. Red team were just forced off at the wrong time for them and couldn't come back in time. Amazing stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.